Hi, we're gonna review the ES session today. Today was an excellent day. It was a good rally day. So we're gonna focus primarily. Today is what August 21st. So we're gonna focus primarily on the US session. I'm gonna quickly review the overnight session. It is important to review the overnight session because it will give you clues on where the key points are. I'll give you, for example, in this case, right? So what happened? So this is my two-day high. Yesterday's high, not today high. This is my two-day low. The circle blue, and the gray one is the today yesterday high, and then the blue one is the two-day high. You can see by two-day H, and then YH is yesterday's high. So it tried to break the yesterday's high, couldn't do that one, and it broke here. So it had a small rally, and this is all overnight, and then it came back to the yesterday's high again, kind of played around here and there, and tried to go again, but this time it could not go as high as this one. Tried another attempt, couldn't go this one. By this time, you know that there's a weakness in there. Obviously, it would the thing is our chances are expecting to break this one now. So it broke as we expected. It broke here with a good volume, and then this is one place to where you can take shot, and this is another place. And as you can see, there's a good rally down move, and it tried to go there. It tested here again. It proved itself that it cannot go anywhere. Again, came rallied down, came down here. It kind of went sideways. Now this side, you see this one again. Tried to test this area where the previously supply has shown, and broke down, and then broke the two-day low also. Okay, so overall, right, so the key levels are this one. So primarily, it tried to do this one, and then somehow this is another key area which but it is not clear, because if it had been like at this high, this would have I would have drawn a resistance line, but it did not happen. So okay, you can see that. So as you can see, there is a good down move all over, and I'm going to push it to this one. Okay. So okay, so as you can see, as it starts coming down, as it broke the two-day low, the blue circle line, and then see this bar. So this bar is the climactic bar. So this is a 5 a.m. bar, 5 a.m. Pacific timing. I'm in Pacific. So this is almost like a 1.5 hour before the US Open. So see the extremely high volume. It is almost high volume compared to double or three times the higher volume this one. So when such high volume appears, extremely high volume appears, those are typically a climactic bar, meaning that this is the end of the downtrend. Okay, and as you can see, the next couple of bars it kind of went sideways, and I was not awake. But if you are awake, like in EST, then, it's a good time. So you can take a long here. As you can see, as expected, it broke the high now. So the thing is, as it broke the two-day low, the blue circle line. So of course the expectation is it will come back and test. So which is it came back and tested here. So see this one. So when this came back and tested, this is like one of those perfect places where you can take long because of the background conditions, because of the climactic bar, which means it is the end of the downtrend, and then a strong demand. It broke the resistance, and then came back and tested this one with nothing threatening. So because especially if it went down and then closed above, meaning that buyers are able to push it back above that one. So because of the background conditions, and because it broke this resistance and then closed it, now it's support, now holding the support, this is an ideal place to take long. Okay, and as you can see that again strong demand appears. So this one, as it starts going up, there is some supply here but nothing threatening. So it still made a good move, good close, higher than this the previous bar. And you can see here, so this is our US Open bar. Okay, so I was curious like whether what would happen at the US Open, whether supply would come up and then push it down or not, because that will give the key perspective of the daily thing. Opening can push it a long way now. So right, so but what happened? The opening bar, it so with all the volume, it only moved a little bit, but it is still an up bar, and with not much supply in there. And given the background condition, the demand, you can expect that. And then see the next two bars, you can expect that it would be a good day today. It would be a rally day today, especially given that volume in the prior to US Open. That will give a clues. Like typically if the volume prior to Open, US Open is high compared to regular high days, it could be a rally day like today. So okay. So what happened here was. So the US Open happened. The next bar tried to push some down, but nevertheless, you see the bar only closed in the middle, meaning that still the demand is there. So the next bar broke the that our local resistance, and then it's local resistance, and then it started. Of course, if you have taken a trade here, this would be ideal place. If you did not take a trade, this is another place where you can take a trade given the background conditions of demand. This is, but still a slightly risky play, this one, because you went too far. You don't know if there's going to be a rally up, and then this is like first few bars, so there can be some uncertainty. But still, at the end of the day, this is a rally, right? So what happens here? So good rally demand appears. None of these bars are threatening. As it starts coming up, there is a decrease in declining volume. See the volume here? It declined and declined. And see what happens. As it tries to break the yesterday's high, remember the overnight key level I told you about? Where it tried to play around? Same thing. What happened now? So this supply, huge supply came up. See the volume is very good, and came up. Okay, so this is just one bar. Okay, we don't know, we are still not biased as a negative. Still I am biased as a positive, like I'm positive in this, like long. I'm still biased long because of this extremely strong rally. Okay, so look at does any of the bars is like a low good strong supply bars in this long trend? Nothing actually, right? This is the first bar which is a strong supply bar in the trend, right? And then see the next bar happens. So there is no continuation. The next bar tries to push back up again. Okay, the supply comes up. Now it touches this one. But given the difficulty for the supply to push it down, meaning that demand is strong. Okay, so you have to take always the background context into picture, because the background context is the demand. That is the reason why we do this one. We are still biased as a long bias. Okay, of course we wait for the structure to be give us a play. We don't just blindly take a play. Structure means support or resistance or like channels, or in any of this, like these support lines and resistance lines. So that is our structure that should give us an idea. Okay, we don't take blindly, just take long in anywhere. So as it starts coming down here, where it tries to test the opening area, see this one, there's a line drawn, and look at here, it goes underneath and closes above. Okay, so this is where a small, see, because of the, still there is some supply. Okay, this is goes under the support and closes above this one. This is where you can take a small long. This is still a medium risk play, just because of the context in the background of the rally thing. I'm taking a play here. But if this would have been, if these bars have been like all like low good down bars, I would not have taken this one. Okay, remember that context. Like I'm not taking blindly just because it went underneath and then closed above. The context here is the background is strong, and basing on that I took it. Okay, so of course my target is this one. It hit my target and I'm exited out. So see this one, each bar making some good progress, and see this one, it tried to go underneath. Still the demand came up and then pushed it above. So demand is still present in this here. I thought this would break here and then go above, but what happened? See this one, with higher volume, with an increasing volume. Look at the volume. This one is higher than almost all of these bars, right? So that is a popping volume. When it starts breaking down and then closes like this, you can take a shot. I mean, of course, I couldn't take the shot here because I put my short limit here when it never touched it. So that is where they limit the target to never get executed. But if you were aggressive player, you could take this shot here, and see. Okay, so as it starts coming up, so this is where I drew the channel. Okay, you can see the channel now, but like when this bar was happening, I did not have this one. When they started closing, I saw the V-shaped form, and then I took a channel. Okay, so that is how, because I have the anchor, these are two anchor points, then this is my support, and there are multiple touches here, there is a multiple touches here. Basing on that, I took a shot, I took a channel. Okay, so hoping the channel will be because channels are very important. Sometimes it gives you clues on where it is, where the price action can hold or not hold. So okay, so again, so the good supply appears, it's good supply bar, and then next tries to go up but not such great volume. So you're exiting here because when in one of these bars you exit out because you don't know, because at one point the bar here was almost at this stage, right, at this stage, which is almost closer to your open position, right? So you're almost coming, your profit was like good here, and then when it is coming here, your profit was almost to zero. So that is why you would, if you are there, you have to be exiting out in this position. Yeah, do not hold it to break and then close above. So if it is coming aggressively on the top towards your position where you take this one, you exit out. So this is a place you can exit out. And likewise, so it broke down here, and so it kind of went sideways. So this is where I was not clear what's happening. Of course there is a fight going on, so there's a fight going on, so we stayed away. Thing is, we stay away from such kind of action. We don't know who is going to win out of this entire fight between the buyers and sellers. So I let it play, and then see this one, it went underneath, and then it kind of went sideways. And I know this is a key support because last time it came here, it pushed it all the way above, and by now this channel, right? Okay, so and when this bar broke, okay, I thought it's gonna go because I probably supply won this one. But see the next bar, when the next bar, see the purpose of breaking this such a strong support, why strong support? 5 touches, 6 touches, 7 touches, 8 touches, 9 touches, so almost 9 touches, right? So it's a significantly stronger support, right? But when that got broken, the purpose of breaking is to go underneath, there is no follow through. Instead the next bar closes above. So this is where you can take a long, you don't need to wait even until the close. In the last minute of the bar, somewhere around here, you can take a long position. So because by now the strength is there, the strong. This is in fact extremely bullishly strong compared to going compared to this one. This one is stronger, stronger bullish in nature because it closed under a lot of people who breakouts are buyers, right? Breakout buyers, they know these lines, right? They buy it once it closes below. They take short positions, but once it starts going up, all of their stop losses will be here, which will be triggered, and then that is why you can see a rally like this. So likewise, of course the target was here, which is a good target, and and see this one, it starts going sideways, doesn't give a clear picture of who is going to win. So but given the background conditions, I am favorable that there will be a rally. This will be broken, but we don't know when, right? So we have to wait. We don't want to take a long position and then hold on to this entire bar. That is an agony. But when see this one, when it starts coming down, there is a buying. But when it starts coming up, there is a buying again, meaning that this area is somehow a buying zone kind of thing. And where does this happen? At the support of this one, where this guy's through the small channel, small support. So typically these pockets are the ones you keep drawing out to make sure that you know where it is. So even if you don't draw it, that's fine, because I see when these bars are coming up and then there was no buying on this one. See this bar, when there was no buying like this one, I was skeptical. That is the reason why I did not take this one, even though I read that there is an accumulation happening. This is called as accumulation. Where is it happening? At resistance. So when it broke this one, right? So given the background strength, all the strength, and then the accumulation, I thought that this would be rallying up, and then and that is the reason I took a long in this bar. And see the next bar, it kind of went up and then up, right? So okay, so the thing here is, okay, I'll tell you a small thing. So I couldn't get all the way. I know my target was this one. I can see that because next this is the next key level. But what happened was, see this bar, it went up, it went up, and when see this the volume on this bar, it is not that strong. Okay, see this low volume, so that made me a little bit skeptical. But still, I was holding it because of the strength. This bar went up, in I think in the third or fourth minute, it came all the way until down. So in a way, at that third minute, fourth minute was almost closer to my position where I took. I exited it with a small profit. But see, the thing is, like, because it was coming rapidly, and because I know that overnightly this was a position where it did not have much action, and that is the reason why I exited it. But I should have holded it, but but did not do that one. As you can see, the target was good one, and this is one. And one other small thing that I want to show you guys is, okay. So when you see the 630 bar here, right? 630 bar is this one, right? And where is the 730 bar? It happened around here, right? So this is our 730 bar. Okay. So when the first 1 hour range does not close under in between this one, like this is not a good close. This is almost closing above the range of the first 1 hour, meaning that you could expect a good rally. And what kind of rally, given the background is strength, we know that it will be strong rally. So keep those in mind. So that is how you exit, and then entry put up your entry. Because if it had been closer somewhere here like this one, my exit points would be even more sharper than what I have here. So, this is all, guys. Thank you.